You, I believe I am live, guys. Let me know. Drop a one down into the building if you guys can hear and or see me. We'll wholeheartedly appreciate it. Okay, I think I'm live. Guys, let me know. Drop a one down into the building if you can hear and or see me. Make sure I'm coming through live and direct, loud and clear. We'll wholeheartedly appreciate it. There we go. I see the ones coming through. What's up, everybody? Happy Friday. Happy Red Cup Talk. We back in here. One more again. One more again. Hold up. I forgot my damn red cup. Hold on. Hold up. Hold up. We back. We back. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Can't get started without the correct tools. You understand what I'm saying? Shout out everybody. Happy Red Cup Talk Friday. I'm sure people coming into the building like, yo, why is MTR not there? What's going on? Listen, this week has been incredible. This week has been tough, but we here. We're here and we are active. What's good, everybody? Who's in the building here today? Listen, also too, guys, I cannot be on this long here today. I intend on doing maybe 30 minutes up here, and then after that, going down into my Discord server, off of the Patreon, and doing another 30 minutes with the inner circle with the family, just to rap about the things that I'm about to talk about right now. Rap about things going on in their life, things that they got going on. But you know how that inner circle does. You know how the community does. But shout out to everybody. Listen, we got to get in there one more again. Okay, it's been a crazy week for me. I know I probably say that almost every Friday. I say that almost every Friday, but it's just so much going on at any given time. And I know I wake up on Friday mornings and I'm like, yeah, I get to speak to the family tonight. Okay, we get to have a little bit of a powwow. Red Cup Talk. Salute, everybody. Hold on, let me cheers y'all first. Hold on. That's delicious. It's delicious. Shout out everybody that's coming out into the building. Who's up in here? Let's see. 96, I see you. Hex, I see you. Jizz, I see you. My G. Cedric, yeah, right. When you have a lot to offer, you should love it. It'll be your pick of the litter. Cedric, we're going to talk about it today. Shout out, Jordan. I see you, my G. Patreon gang down up in here. Jordan, Malcolm, I see you. The intro was good, my G. How are you? Josue. How are you, my G? G3, what's good? Joanna, hey, how are you? We get some ladies down up in here. Also, let me talk about that real quick. We've had some ladies join the Patreon. it's been a journey. It's been an experience, and so they're now into the Discord. Shout out to them. They already. I'm not gonna call them out right now, but it's dope to see the conversation and how it's progressing. It's still predominantly male space. But it's dope to be able to see that. So, like, last week after Mo's mom came through, we all went into the Discord and the family was just rapping. Last week as well, after Lynn came through, we went down to the Discord and we was having a real-ass conversation. So, shout out to all of y'all. You understand what I'm saying? I can't believe there's ladies subscribing to it, but it is what it is. You understand me? It is what it is. Who else down up in here? Listen, we're going to do like 30 minutes today. We're not going to be doing a lot of time. Guys, I got to get active over here tonight. I got to get out of here. All right, there's some things happening. Dotan, what's good? Scorpion, I see you. Uncle Chris, I see you. Kenny, I see you. Iman, I see you. All right, let me go back down to the bottom of the chat. We live up in here today. Let me see what's going on. Shout out to Trevor. Thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Love the solo shows, bro. Listen, that's another thing as well. I think I'm going to do a lot more live streams that are solo. I also think I'm going to be spending a lot more time, because there's been times I've done live streams Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I think I'm going to spend a lot more of my time focusing on the pre-recorded content as well, and as well as getting my materials correct and ready from a Patreon perspective, from a Discord perspective. So as folks are coming to the Discord, they have access to the correct resources that I want to be able to show them. So I can take the things that I've learned up here and transfer it to them. You understand what I'm saying? Because from now on, the YouTube channel is going to be the entertainment, the organic search. But then the next level, the Patreon, the Discord is going to be those that want to be surrounded by those that are high value, right? Or those on their journey to becoming high value. But we're going to talk about that a little bit more, a little bit later. You understand what I'm saying? As well as get into the content here today. Shout out again to Trevor. Oh, Mark B in the building. Where's my soundboard at? Hold up. Oh, wrong button. Wrong button. Shout out Mark B in the building. Thank you so much for the $20 super chat. Viscosity. Keep up the good work, my G. Mark B, I see you. I appreciate the support as always, my G. Appreciate the support as always. All right, listen. Who else down up in here? So tired of women coming into red pill channels. Yeah, I mean, they like the ear hustle, you know, but it's publicly available content. See, here's the thing. On my Patreon page, what I do is I split up the channels, right? So there's female channels and there's male channels. So in the male channels, the men can go down in there. We can all have our conversations. And that's actually the most active channel on my Discord server. But then if you want to go up to the co-ed chats and ask a woman a question, you could go do that. You got access to video chats. Y'all can get y'all video chat on. All of that shit. It's actually pretty dope. I'm actually happy that folks convinced me to be able to get it because I love it as a communication tool. You understand what I'm saying? All right, guys. As I said before, I don't have much time. I don't have a lot of time. Guys, hit on the like button. Okay? Hit on the like button. I should have at least 100 likes down into the building before I get cracking on the content. We'll wholeheartedly appreciate it. And also, too, before I get started on the content real quick as well, guys, I'm almost at 24,000 subscribers. Thank you for joining the family. Thank you for joining the crew. Thank you for all of the support. It's crazy to think where I was last year this time versus now. So I appreciate y'all. Over the last month alone, there's been over 4,000 subscribers that have subscribed to the channel, which is mind-boggling to me, which is the most amount of subscribers that I've had since I've started this. So it's ridiculous to me, but it is what it is. I also want to say shout out to the Patreon again. Almost 150 subscribers onto the Patreon, which is incredible. You understand? Incredible. Mind-boggling, but the family is building. The family is growing, okay? Guys, again, hit on that like button as you guys are coming down into the building. We're going to get this content started right now, and I'm going to get y'all in, and I'm going to get y'all out. All right? Listen. Name and the title of this video: Why I Love Hypergamy. Okay? Why I love hypergamy. And I wanted to set the record straight. I got some notes down up here. So you see me looking down. That's what I'm looking at. I wanted to set the record straight. Okay? First of all, before we go into setting the record straight, let me talk about what hypergamy is, okay? I'm sure that you guys all know of it, or at least know some form of an operational definition of what it is. But let's just break it down in the beginning so you know the definition that I'm using as we're continuing off into this conversation, okay? I understand hypergamy to be an evolutionary, biological, psychological woman's adaptation to want to marry up. It is an evolutionary trait. It is what they utilize to date up or marry up from a socioeconomic perspective. Date up, marry up from a socioeconomic perspective. That's what I'm talking about when I talk about hypergamy. You understand what I'm saying? Now, I want to be able to set the record straight in a sense that I see a lot of different comments. And let me also bring this up on the screen as well. I see a lot of different comments that are down up into my up on my page that are bashing women for hypergamy, which to me, I don't really understand like that because I understand it to be natural. I mean, I've always understood it to be natural growing up and knowing that women like dudes that have certain traits or characteristics about them. I've always known that kind of growing up. But what I've seen down into my comments is not only people bashing the idea, but I also see people saying that I am not someone who bangs with chicks who adhere to this idea of hypergamy. So I see that as well. So I want to be able to set the record straight. I have absolutely no problems with hypergamy, but that's my perspective. So listen, before we get this conversation started, I wanted to drop a survey link down into the description box. Down into the comments right now, but I want to hear from you guys. I want to see you guys vote right now. Okay? Do you appreciate hypergamy? Okay? I'm going to drop the link down in here right now. I want you guys to go vote. And guys, as you guys are coming down into the building, I see over 150 of y'all. Hit on the like button. We'll wholeheartedly appreciate that. Guys, click on that link. Click on that link. I want you guys to vote. The vote is simply, do you appreciate hypergamy? I want to hear from y'all right now. I'm going to show it up on the screen when y'all get done with voting. Do y'all appreciate hypergamy? That's the question. Okay? But I want to hear from y'all. I want to see who's down up in here. You know what I'm saying? Keep going. Keep going. I see y'all voting. Come on. I'm gonna put it down in the comment box one more again. All right. Come on. Keep voting. Keep voting. Keep going. Go ahead. Click off. Go to the other tab. Vote on it. I want to hear from y'all. I want to hear from y'all. All right. This is what I thought it was going to be. All right. This is what I thought it was going to be. You can't be neutral to it, Nico. You can't. You got to have an opinion about it. All right? You can't be on the fence with shit like this. All right? Go vote. Hypergamy is certainly not bad, but a lot of women have unrealistic standards with their hypergamy. How are you a 5? Listen, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. All right, let me throw this up on the screen. I think enough people have viewed it. All right, we got enough of a sample size. All right, here's a survey. Do you appreciate hypergamy? 46 of y'all clicked over and voted. 47 of y'all, someone just put no a half second ago. All right, we got someone knows coming down up in the building. I'll leave this on the screen for the time being. Out of the 48 of y'all that voted, 71% said yes, you appreciate hypergamy. 30%, almost 30% of y'all said no, you do not appreciate hypergamy. Listen, I want to hear from y'all, from the folks that do not appreciate hypergamy. Write down in the description box right now why you don't bang with hypergamy. I want to hear it right now. I want to hear it right now. Listen, if you appreciate hypergamy, we have that same idea, so you're good for right now. But if you do not appreciate hypergamy, okay, 30% of the almost 50 of y'all that voted, all right? What's that, like 20 of y'all? That's about 20 of y'all. Of the 20 of y'all, write it down in there. I want to hear from y'all real quick before I get into the content, okay? Shout out to Boogie Talk. Shout out, bro. Thank you so much for the $2 super chat. I'm in the mofo building. Don't let me tell you twice. Shout out to Boogie. Appreciate the $2 super chat. I want to hear the reason why. All right? All right. Let me see. The problem is that women recognize hypergamy and are trying to take advantage of it while playing the victim role. Unrealistic expectations. Okay? In modern times, women practice runaway hypergamy It's not healthy, and it leads to the collapse of nations. Okay? Terminator says, trying to save you guys' lives. How is hypergamy good if you get married? You appreciate it that if a billionaire choose your wife, she just leaves your family. Interesting, Jandon. Interesting. Shout out to KHP Fitness and Training. Thank you so much for the $10 super chat, my G. MTR, back in here with one more video. Joining the Patreon gang soon. Shout out, my G. Been super busy and on my purpose. I feel it. Purple pill brother. But it'd be hard to tell my red pill nature. I'll save that for another day. Shout out to KHP Fitness and Training. Shout out, bro. Appreciate the $10 super chat. Listen, the Patreon will be there, my brother. Hold on, let me turn my speakers up so y'all can hear that. The Patreon. Oh, wrong one. The Patreon will be down up in there. All right, the family will be waiting. Shout out, my G. Shout out, my G. I mean, listen, here's the thing. I get the idea. I get exactly what you're talking about when you say, how is it good from a marriage perspective if they come across a billionaire? We're not talking about marriage, okay? I'm talking about the dating game, because I appreciate it in the dating game, okay? Marriage is not on my purview, right? Marriage is not on my purview, okay? It's not in my eyesight. It's not in my. It's in the peripheral. All right, it's in the peripheral, and I'm not looking like this. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't know, but from a dating perspective, I love it, and I get why people don't like it, and I'm gonna try to tease those issues out. When I say people, I mean men. I get why men don't like it. I want to try to tease those issues out to see how close that I am. But I see utterly no issues with it, okay? Here's one of the reasons why, and oftentimes I do not sympathize with a lot of the things that come out and what women would describe as the reason is why they do things to a degree. I get it, because I'm balancing the way that I think, but I get this, okay? Getting pregnant and having a baby is one of the biggest decisions that you'll ever make in your life outside of who you will marry. Okay, if you decide to get married. And I'm talking from a woman's perspective. When you're deciding who to have kids with, you probably want to decide someone who is the highest socioeconomic class that you can get. That seems like common sense to me. That seems like common sense to me. That if you want a family and you don't want to work, seems like to me you should marry as high up as what you possibly can to provide the best lifestyle for your kids as possible. That's what it sounds like to me. But I understand, I get the problem that MGTOW folks talk about in the sense that, but it doesn't stop after the family starts. I get it. But from a dating perspective, I got no problems with it. You understand what I'm saying? Shout out to Diego, Patreon gang in the building. Marriage equals future security investment. Security for who? Oh, for them, for women, yeah. yeah. Good point. All right, so guys, listen. This is interesting data. You guys already know I love the data, so I had to get into that real quick before we got started. Okay? But let's get into it. I posted a comment on my community chat post not too long ago. Let me bring it up real quick. Stop screen. All right, I posted this bullshit on my community chat post, and guys, listen. Take a guess who sent this to me. I want you guys to take one guess who sent this to me. Take a guess who sent this post to me if you saw this post before. While you guys are guessing, I'll read it real quick, okay? But this was the reason is what I made the topic of this conversation today, okay? This is the reason of the conversation. I said in the top of the post, I did not write this. The effects of dating down are completely different from when women date down and when a man dates down. Here's how it goes, okay? When a woman dates down, I guess this means down. This is another reason I didn't want to post this shit, is because it was like typos in this shit and everything, okay? When a woman dates down, they boost the ego of the guy that they're dating. So much so, dude builds the confidence to talk to other women he would have never attempted to talk to before. Okay? Which is complete and utter bullshit, but whatever. Whatever. When a man dates down, okay, hypogamy, it's the opposite of hypergamy, he builds the self-esteem of the woman he is dating. So much so, she builds the confidence to do things with her dude that she has never attempted to do before. Okay? Moral of the story, when a dude's ego is boosted, he has the potential of cheating on his partner due to the new confidence. When a woman's self-esteem is boosted, she becomes this super energetic partner with her newfound level of confidence. I'm not gonna lie. I read this first off. Oh, and let me answer. No, Blue Pill Sam sent this to me. Shout out to Blue Pill Sam if he's listening. Okay, that's my brother right there. Okay, we just think a lot differently. Okay, because he sent this shit to me like, yo, bro, let's talk about this. And he sent it to me, and I was like, bro, I don't know if my audience is gonna bang with this because I already know what they're gonna say. They're gonna say complete and utter bullshit. You understand me? But you know how Blue Pill Sam is. You understand what I'm saying? He wants to come through and he wants to talk about this, and he probably say that this is 100% true. I don't know. I didn't ask. Okay? But judging from the response from this post, I decided not to do a stream specifically on this. But just real quick, let me get my thoughts on this real quick. Yet again, this to me is either come from A, white knight simp, or B, a lady, a scorned woman. No. So it's either one of the two, because I don't understand the concept of a woman dating down, which boosts the ego of a man, and then therefore he does something negative with that ego boost. Meanwhile, if you flip the exact same scenario, a woman dating up, how the same ego boost doesn't affect the woman, but it causes the man to be better. It makes totally no sense. But this got me to think that, like, there's a lot of folks out there that do not understand what hypergamy is, the basic concepts of it, the fact that women don't date down in their eyes of what they establish to be higher in the dominance hierarchy. They typically do not do that. Men do that, okay? Men do that all the time, right? So we had to have a coming to terms and an acceptance of what hypergamy is, and I'm gonna give you my thoughts, my feelings of it, but let me get this off of the screen. So anyway, for folks that are coming out into the building, throw a like on the video. Would wholeheartedly appreciate it, all right? I don't have much more time, but we're gonna go through it, all right? As I said earlier in the stream, I have no problems with it because it's based off of evolutionary biology. A lot of people think that it comes from the red pill community or the MGTO whatever community. It doesn't. Hypergamy is not something that is created out of thin air. If you open a social psychology textbook, you can find the definition of hypergamy and how it's been studied over generations, okay? This is not new news, not new information. It's not any of that shit, okay? So I'm gonna go through my reasons is why I love hypergamy, okay? Let's get in there right now. And also I'm gonna go through some negatives as well, okay? Let me go through the first one. I think due to hypergamy, okay? I think due to hypergamy, the dating game for men is way easier. I'm not saying that men have it easier than life. I'm saying men's dating life can be easier. Why? Okay. There's a couple of factors or reasons that's down into that, okay? One of the main ones is if a woman is marrying up dependent on socioeconomic class, then what is she using as that bargaining chip in order to get a high value man? What is she using as a bargaining chip? Okay? Her femininity and her looks. Those are generally the things that she's using. Okay? Now, of the looks and the femininity, only one of those things you can naturally change. You understand what I'm saying? Only one of those things you can naturally change. Okay? Which is the femininity, right? You can watch these YouTube videos, you could go take a course, whatever it is, you could be amongst other feminine, women, learn how they move, how they operate. You can shift that one. But a lot of high value men, and I'm talking high value men, don't even care about the degree of the femininity. They care about the degree of the respect, the obedience, okay? But that bargaining chip, the looks, you can't change, okay? You can't change that. You cannot change it naturally, all right? You can trick people, right? You could trick people, but you cannot change it, all right? Because if she got on the Instagram, the filters, the makeup, all of that stuff, eventually you're going to see her without all of that ish, all right? She's got a nip tuck and a surgery done. I don't know about y'all, but I can always tell, all right? I can always tell when they're right up on you. You could tell something's a little bit off. You know what I'm saying? If they got something pulled back in their face or something pulled back in their stomach, you could always tell, okay? If you're up close and personal. On these photos, you can't tell, all right? So keep that in mind. There's only but so much that they can do, and they have a finite amount of time. That's why I think it's harder for them, in my opinion, from a dating perspective. Why does this benefit dudes? Because dudes can change where they reside on the dominance hierarchy by the amount of work that they put in. That is key. That's what makes it super. I mean, got some other shit I'm gonna go into as well. That's how it makes a super no-brainer as to why you love or why you should love hypergamy the way that I do. Okay? One of the things that someone said to me, one of the realest things that I ever heard about this whole dating game shit and the difference between men and women in the dating game, right? And the advantages that you're given. There's no realer time in a young boy or a young man's life, right? An older boy or a young man's life that is more real to him, right? One of the realest periods when he begins to become attracted to women, when he begins to become attracted to young women, and then he realizes where he sits on the dominance hierarchy. There is no realer time, okay? There is no realer time, and it happens way earlier than what it happens to women. Way earlier, okay? Way earlier, all right? Y'all, all the dudes that's down in here right now, y'all already know what I'm talking about. It's about 16, 17, 18 years old when you start to get out that kiddie phase. You understand what I'm saying? And you really start to rank stacking, and you looking around, and you're not the jock, right? You're not the funniest kid, right? You're not right, and you begin to start to rank stack yourself based off of how the young girls react to the dudes, how they act to the boys, right? There is no realer time for a young man, okay? So here's what happens. Here's what happens typically is that young men have a decision to make at that time, which is, do they want to pay the cost to be the boss? But here's the thing. Here's the reason why I love it is because you can change it. You can alter it. All right? You can alter it. What are the things that you have to do in order to change your position, in order to alter where you sit? Well, you got to put in the work. We're going to talk about the work here in a quick second. All right? Shout out to the super chats that came through. I appreciate it. Hold up, let me see. Shout out to Red Sings the Blues. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. My donation. Learn to adapt and use hypergamy to your best interest. Red, couldn't agree more. Appreciate the $5 super chat, my G. Oh, Gabe A in the building. Shout out, my G. Appreciate the $10 super chat. Hypergamy definitely works to our advantage. I couldn't agree more. One more game. Shout out to Gabe. I appreciate that, my G. Let me see. Shout out to Boogie Talks. Appreciate the $5 super chat. Patreon gang in the building. Hypergamy naturally is for women to choose the best provider for their offsprings. But just like many things, it is misused gold diggers. But we, those two. Shout out to Boogie Talks. Down into the building. Shout out, my G. Shout out, my G. From a dating perspective, shout out to Marcus. From a dating perspective, I wouldn't want to date a woman who only wants me only because of my social and economic status. It depends what your goals are, my G. Are you dating for a relationship or are you dating to have fun? Okay. It depends on your goals. But I understand what you're talking about, though. That's why, like, listen, let me tell you guys just quickly. And this actually goes into one of my other benefits that I was going to talk about before as well. One of the other benefits to me in thinking through why I think men have it easier in a dating game, way easier, is because of the time allotment. What's the last video game that you guys played, right? And you playing a video game, and the mission starts, and you have a certain amount of time on that clock. You know that extra pressure that you feel in order to get the mission done in that time allotment? That's what women experience throughout their lives until they get married, right? That's what they experience. Some of them don't feel it some of them don't realize that the time clock is expiring until it's too late. Some don't realize that, okay? But for a man, we don't have no shot clock, baby. we ain't got no shot clock, baby. You understand what I'm saying? We could take it a lot further. Now, it's not to say certain dudes don't have walls. You understand me? If you don't keep up with yourself and you get a dad bod like in that video that I was talking about earlier, yeah, you're going to hit a wall, but you can bounce back from that. You understand what I'm saying? To a degree, all right? To a degree. But yesterday I was sitting out, chilling, hanging out by myself, and a young lady walked up to me. We started, engaging in a quick conversation. And she was like, "How old are you? 25, 26? I said, I'm 35. She looked at me stunned because she thought I was younger than her. Okay. Listen, gents, I know some of us from a genetic perspective have different, things working against us. Sleep well, work out, drink your water, take your vitamins. You understand what I'm saying? Exfoliate your skin, take care of yourself. If you're in a high stress, high work environment, you may need to do that depending upon what you're doing in your life, but take your vacations, okay? Take your time off, take care of yourself. Your mental health, take care of it, all right? You need to meditate in the morning, you need to stretch in the morning, get the tension off of you. Trust me, it helps and it works. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm sitting looking at myself like, yo, if 25-year-old women are like, think that I'm 25, it's like the good God has the good Lord has granted me with the extra 10 years of getting it popping. Okay? Getting it popping. Shout out to everybody that's down into the building. Guys, hit on that like button. I see 275 that's down into the building. Hit on that like button. Would appreciate it. We should be over 200 likes. Show me some goddamn respect. We ain't got no shot clock, baby. Listen. We ain't got no goddamn shot clock. A lot of y'all don't realize that. So let me tell you. Shout out to Boogie Talks. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. My G, telling a woman the different projects I'm working on and seeing her get her viscosity, get viscous in the moment is a real motivation to work even harder. Boogie, we're going to get there. All right? Because it's something that Boogie's talking about right there, which separates you from a lot of other men. Okay. Shout out Boogie Talks. My G, my scholar, down into the building. Uh-oh, Red Pill Thanos in the building. All right? Hypergamy is the infinity stone for me. Easily helps me these hair to sleep. Level up in the Punani rate elevates as well. Toxic masculinity. Shout out to Red Pill Thanos in the building. Patreon gang in the building. Okay? Shout out to Red Pill Thanos. Appreciate you, my G. All right, I think I'm missing something. Shout out to Malcolm in the building. Women equals pro athletes. Finite time to get as much as they can and to set themselves up for the rest of their lives. Braver, yes, this is a live stream, okay? Sit back, relax, hit on the goddamn like button, show me some goddamn respect, okay? Shout out to Malcolm again, yeah. And set themselves up for the rest of their lives. Shout out to Malcolm. Patreon gang in here. Thick tonight. Shout out my G, okay? I think I get what you're saying. If a man is dating for the buns or because of her status, it's cool. Personally, I'm dating for wifey. Shout out to Marcus. I appreciate the honesty within that, my G. Here's my thing, okay? And I talk about this on the channel all the time. I don't think that you should lead with what you can provide a young lady as long as you are not putting your fiduciary foot incredibly forward. Let me finish the story as well. I didn't completely finish the story. So that was one thing that happened in the conversation. She had a guy friend walked over. He was clearly extremely homosexual. So it was clearly her gay guy friend. And her gay guy friend asked me, what do I do for a living? Okay. As she's standing right there, because he wanted to do that dirty work, that hypergamy dirty work for her. Okay. It's essentially what the gay best friends tend to do in those situations like that. You understand what I'm saying? Oh, where do you work? Shit like that. And what I said was, I didn't say where I work. I didn't say I have a YouTube channel. What I said is that I do great things. That's all that I said. Okay. I kept it real high level, real ambiguous, but I think that it's important. I think that it's important that you're able to do it in a way which you don't become a sucker down the line, down the path. Shout out to Marcus. Appreciate the $5 super chat. Okay. Appreciate that, my G. All right, listen, let me get back down into the content. So that's the first one that I wanted to hit on. Okay. It extends the man's. That's why I look at my guy friends who are like, considering marriage at 21, 22, 23. And I'm like, my G, you're not even in your prime yet. You're not in your prime yet. Why? Why? You got time. My G, you got time. But it is what it is, okay? Here's the thing as well. I don't consider myself in my prime. I think I got about 5 more years to go before I'm in my prime. I'm going to be 40 before I'm in my prime, I think. Okay? About 40. Here's the second thing. As a reason why I love hypergamy. Here's the reason. There's so many men that don't want to compete. There's so many men that opt out of the game completely. When I say opt out the game, no, they still want the women that you want. They still want the women that a high value man wants. Okay? They still want them, but they don't want to do the work in order to get it. Now, what am I talking about when I say the word? Okay? I think that it's important that we call out these key factors because I think a lot of times when you say the word high value, people just, circle around a dollar amount. Okay? The dollar amount, I think, is a component of it, right? Because a woman is going to measure you to how much that you are able to provide to a degree, okay? To a large degree, all right? But outside of your fiduciary availability, right? Because you could be born into money. Most of us were not. But what's your passion? What's your purpose? What is your meaning in life? Believe it or not, women are also attracted to you having a focus. They are attracted to that. Okay? Women are attracted to that potential of what that can be into the future. That is a fact. All right? But when I talk about these factors, what are you doing to work on your mental health? Okay? What are you doing to work on your body, on your fitness? All right? There's a lot of dudes that say, I don't want to work out. You know what? I brought up some data real quick for us to look at. Because it bothers me how many people just opt out and just don't want to compete. It absolutely bothers me. I brought up some data. Let's bring up some data real quick. I'm getting this from the CDC website. Okay? Let's talk fitness. All right? On fitness alone, right? CDC, the Center for Disease Control. Fast facts. 1 in 4 U.S. adults, okay, 1 in 5 high school students, whatever, 1 in 4 U.S. adults meet the recommended physical activity guidelines. The data! 1 in 4. 1 in 4. 25% of U.S. adults meet the CDC's recommended physical activity requirements. This is the CDC. Okay? This is not your local gym bro who's going to go above and beyond what the CDC recommends. You understand what I'm saying? 75% of U.S. adults opt out. Opt out. They don't want they don't want nothing to do with the gym. I think that is a problem. Well, guess what? I opt in. I'm going to opt in. I'm going to opt completely in. You know what's also funny about that as well? If you look at the data, if you look at the numbers of men that make over a certain amount of money that are into the gym, it's correlated. The more money that people make, the more that they take care of themselves. Okay? The more money that people make, the more, because it's correlated. Listen, guys, at the end of the day, if you're looking at the CEO of a corporation, name me one overweight CEO. Name me one obese CEO. Name me one obese business owner. There's something that's correlated with someone's leadership ability, okay? There's something that's correlated with fitness, acumen, and discipline, right? There's something correlated within all of that with the amount of money that they make. It's all correlated together. And there's a lot of young men that just opt out. A lot just don't know where to start. Or a lot are not surrounding themselves with enough positive men to the left and the right of them to guide them on a path. They don't know the blueprint. They don't know the blueprint. And that's a major problem. And that's now, especially on my Patreon, one of the things that I am hoping to solve. I'm going to be doing life coaching. I haven't told a lot of people about that yet. Life coaching, as well as on my Patreon, providing resources and daily connection for those that are focusing on increasing and promoting their value. You understand what I'm saying? I'll leave the Patreon link down to the description box down below, because there's too many of us that do not want to participate. Well, listen, we got to give you guys a space to participate. You understand what I'm saying? Guys, hit on the like button. We should be over 200 likes. Would appreciate it. Shout out to Uncle Reg. To paraphrase a poet, if you free her mind, that ass will follow. Listen, play the game, young men. You got to get in there. Okay? You got to get in there. You got to want to play the game. If you don't want to play the game, I can get why you don't bang with hypergamy. I get it. Okay? Let me just make sure I'm not missing any super chats. Okay, I'm not. Shout out to Uncle Reg. Appreciate the $5 super chat. One more again, my G. Okay? Warren Buffett is 70-something years old. Hold up. And he's not obese. I mean, he's a overweight older man, but he's 70-something years old. Are you comparing yourself to a 70-something-year-old man? Hopefully you're not doing that. We gotta stop with the excuses, guys. Okay? We gotta stop with the excuses. Oh, this one's for the fellas. Yeah. Sorry, practitioner. Okay? Sorry. You can stay if you want, but this one's for the fellas. Okay? It's for the fellas. All right. This one's for the family. We got to make it real. All right. Guys, at the end of the day, we got to stop making excuses for ourselves. Feel free to join the Patreon gang one more time. All right. That's we discuss the value. All right. Guys, let me continue to get back down in there. All right. So we went over the first one. The first one was the time period. We have a lot more time. The second one is we can change our value. Women cannot, and they're on the shot clock. Okay. What's the next one? It forces us to be leaders. It forces us to achieve, right? When you compare ourselves from social status, soft skills, these are things that you have to work on. You have to improve on your charisma. You have to work on them. You have to improve them. Your wealth. What are the things that you're doing to earn an income? We have to continue to work on those things. Your why, your meaning, your purpose in life. You got to continue to work on those things. Your body, you cannot let your mind or your body atrophy. Because I'm telling you, the more that you work on these things, the more options that you have, the higher that you can place yourself on a sexual market value. It's all economics. It's all economics. Shout out to Special Ray. Patreon gang in the building. Need that wrench, my G. Special Ray, your name on Patreon is different than I don't remember a Special Ray. I don't know. You trying to pull one over on me? Special Ray, send me a message on Patreon right now, my G. I'm going to put on my Patreon right now. And once I see a message from you, I'll rent you, my G. Let me know. I'm logging on my Patreon. But thank you for the $5 super chat. I appreciate that, my G. All right. All right, now listen. How much time I got? Oh, shit, goddamn, 45 minutes. It should be flying. This should be flying. All right, listen. Hold up. Who we got down up in here? Hold on. Let's talk about this real quick. Terminator Wafer was saying, I am a Pookie. Let me address that real quick. Because a lot of y'all that's down up in here that hate the Pookies, hate the Ray Rays. Listen, y'all always complaining that Pookie and the Ray Rays still get the chicks. Here's the thing. At the end of the day, Pookie and Ray Ray are going to have a shitty life. Pookie and Ray Ray are going to have a shitty life. Who cares? Because the chicks that they're pulling, I don't want them chicks. If y'all believe Pookie and Ray Ray are pulling high-value women, you're out your mind. It depends how you were determining high value. You're out your mind. You are completely and utterly out your mind. Listen, if you're a Pookie and a Ray Ray, I was going to say call in, but I don't got a lot of extra time. Okay. I don't have a lot of extra time here tonight. I got to go get active tonight. Okay. Okay, here he goes. Your chicks are the one we are pulling. Okay. Sure they are. Okay. Listen, at the end of the day, a Pookie and a Ray Ray, you guys, they don't have good lives, right? Listen, at the end of the day, the people that are focusing on in this channel is not those that are concerned with doing shit in the short term. My thing is how are we building and establishing value for long-term growth and progression? Okay, what are the things that we are doing to be able to enable that? Okay, for y'all sitting and dealing with the chicks that bang with a Pookie and a Ray Ray, I got nothing for you. What you have to do is to uplift your mind, because if you think that all women go after that, you're out your mind. You're completely out your mind. Even if you try to flip races, if you low value to black women, you low value to every other woman as well. That just is what it is. In fact, you are way less value if you go outside of black women. you are way less value. Okay, so go ahead, be a Pookie and a Ray Ray all you want. Enjoy your subpar life. I ain't messing with that shit at all. I've worked very hard to improve my value. I've worked extremely hard. You can have your debt, you can have your credit cards, you can have your low bottom feeding chicks that I talk about on all my videos throughout this week. You can have the hood boogers. I don't want them. Go ahead, take them. Take them. Have fun with them. You can have the baby mama drama. You can have the chicks who wants to blow up your car. Yeah, I said on a video a couple of weeks ago, put the fire in the car. Take them. Go ahead. Go ahead. You could chill. You could chill in your mom's attic. You could chill in your pop's basement with your exposed bricks. Not good exposed bricks like the one back over here. You guys can have that Pookie and that Ray Ray shit. I'm on some other next level shit. All right. Here's the type of lifestyle that I continue to live in and near and through. Okay. No debt for the rest of my life. All right. We're leveraging assets. We're building real estate. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not going to stop working out until my arms do not work anymore, until my shoulders, I can't feel my shoulders anymore. All right. When I'm 80, 90 years old, that's when I'll stop working out. You understand what I'm saying? I am a continuous learner. All right. And I'm going to do my shit the legal way. I've never been to jail, never been to the penitentiary, and I'm going to keep it like that for the rest of my life. All of you people that think it's cool, all the men that think it's cool to be a self-proclaimed Pookie and a Ray Ray, go ahead, have fun. Have fun with your very subpar life, my G. Have fun. Have fun. If that's what you want to do, this is not the channel for you. You understand me? It's not the channel for you. Anyway, I was going to talk through some negatives. I was going to talk through some cons. Yeah, Terminator, you must be confused. Listen, a Pookie and a Ray Ray is not a dude who bangs a lot of chicks. That's not a Pookie and a Ray Ray. Okay? That's not a Pookie and a Ray Ray. Why do you think they call a Pookie a Pookie? Okay? Why do you think they call him a Ray Ray? Where typically do you see names like that? In the hood. Okay? Terminator, shut up. All right? Anyway. Okay. All right. Here's the negatives of hypergamy. All right. MIG, I'm on my Patreon. I didn't see any messages from you. I can't mod you until I see a message from you. Okay. Oh, okay. I see you. Never mind. Let me go back. Let me go up and mod you. Here we go. Let me click on this button. Ah, shit. I can't do it. Hold up. There we go. Now you have a blue wrench. You've been ordained. Do what you will of it. Use it cautiously. Okay? Anyway. Keep them sewer rats. Shout out to Red Pill Thanos. Keep them. Keep them. I don't want them. In fact, when I see them, I don't even look them in the eye. All right? I don't want that negativity in my life. I can't let that booger energy bring me down. I can't do it. I don't got time for it. I'm too busy. I'm focused too much on my purpose. You understand what I'm saying? Focus too much on my purpose. To be dealing with some hood booger drama BS shit. God damn it, Hex. Yeah, you're right. It's a 1 hour stream. Listen, I got to get out of here. Here's the negatives. There's too much faking. There's too much men faking the funk before they actually earn the value. There's too much faking. Okay? And listen, I'm okay with the faking as long as it's like you're not using it to manipulate. So if it's high integrity faking, right? Like if you can't afford the real Jordans, but you go on wish.com and you purchase yourself something that was made next to the actual Jordan factory in China, like literally across the street with the exact same materials for $35. Right? Like I got no problems with that. I got no problems with that. You understand what I'm saying? But those that are going into debt to prove that they're high value, purchasing things that they cannot afford to act high value, to hide a deep down insecurity or secret about themselves, to attain the perception of high value, I can't bang with that. And I think that does more harm than good. And I think that men that do not get the correct blueprint of the steps that they should take in life to get to the most happiest space, joyous space within their life can fall victim. Okay? They look at the images, they look at the lifestyles on IG or whatever TV show, whatever music video, right? And they believe the hype. They look at all these rappers on these music videos with the fake chains and the leased cars where they just went down to Miami to rent, okay, for the weekend. They rented the car, they rented the Lambo, and y'all think that it's real. You understand what I'm saying? And for that, I think that it's a short-term benefit without a long-term gain or goal. And there's too much of us that fall victim to that. Okay? So I don't like the faking shit and how it permeates the minds of young men because we see it far too often. You understand what I'm saying? Here's another negative, because I got to get the hell out of here. Gold diggers. This is a real one. This is a this is a real negative one. Okay. Of hypergamy is for those who want to do it strictly to extract funds. So this goes back to the earlier super chat, okay, where the topic was, well, I don't like hypergamy for marriage. Yeah, I get that, because at the point that you're married and the gold digger comes out, I'm not saying that all women are gold diggers or all hypergamists are gold diggers, okay? But there's some, all right? This whole channel's dedicated towards it. If and when that comes out, they'll leave you high and dry for something better, a better option. Not only that, but don't let your situation change. You should always be increasing in value around those types of people, because at the time that you lose your job, you'll probably lose her too. But here's the thing. If that happened to you, then you didn't do proper due diligence to identify the type of person that you chose to be around. There's only but so long that they can go on and fake it. I don't want to hear shit if you got married to them after a year. I don't want to hear nothing. Anyone can fake shit for a year. It gets harder after 2 years, even harder after 3 years, but motherfuckers will try. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, for a very long time. To make you think that there's someone else who they actually aren't. You understand what I'm saying? There's only but so long that they can fake it. Some are really good at faking it, though. All right? Choose wisely. All right? Yeah, so the gold diggers, the fake loyalty, all of that ish, definitely negatives. Listen, guys, I got to get out of here in a second. Here's the last thing I just want to leave you guys with. At the end of the day, do not get mad at this evolutionary psychological instinct. Don't get mad at it. Use it to your advantage. At the end of the day, use it to your advantage. Let me tell you guys something as well, okay? When you're sitting here and you're having conversations with women, and you can slip in little bits of information, right, to prove high value, that's a great feeling, because you're actually about it. You understand what I'm saying? Because you're actually about it. But you got to do it in a not a cringy way, in a smooth kind of way. You understand what I'm saying? It's very important. Like, I had a young lady walk, she was engaging in a conversation with me. And I was sitting outside, actually. And then she walked by me, and she was talking to me about, like, all the places and how much places cost in the neighborhood, da-da-da-da-da-da. And she was like, yeah, so, like, do you know how much that they're renting across the street for? They're renting over here. And I was like, yeah, I think, like, over there they're renting for this amount. It was like $1,500, $2,000 or something like that. But I said, over here, we actually don't rent. And she said, what do you mean you actually don't rent? What do you mean? So how did you get your spot? I said, well, I own this. She was like, oh. And I can audibly hear the viscosity drip out her. Okay? I can audibly hear, it sounded like that. You understand what I'm saying? I heard it. I can audibly hear it just right out. Okay? Dripped down, fell past her kneecap, went into her sock. Okay? You can audibly hear it. All right? So listen, guys, at the end of the day, don't get mad at something that is even, okay, of the 30% of y'all that went down up in there, okay, and say you don't bang with hypergamy. Don't get mad. Understand that it's natural. and use it to your advantage. You understand what I'm saying? Guys, I'm going to leave a link down in here right now to the Patreon gang. All right? That's the family up there. We're building. Okay? I got to take like a week off of my 9 to 5 so I can just go back down in there and have some time dedicated to building out the resources more to what I even have it at right now. But we got resources down in there. My fitness plan is up in there. Okay? My YouTubers that I follow for financial education resources, the websites that I go to learn about about how to, purchase real estate, about how not to be in debt. We got high value men and a couple of women that's down into the Discord. You understand what I'm saying? That are focused on learning and building and growing from where they are today into the future. I'm gonna go back down into that Discord right now and engage in a conversation, and we're gonna wrap it up because I want to hear from the people. Listen, she said, that's what I heard. You could see it like in her face, and then I heard, said, ooh, she's got that viscous material. I heard it. You understand what I'm saying? Push you on a different level. Push you on a different level. Guys, at the end of the day, here's what I want to understand. Okay? Do you want to just lay down and give up, or do you want to participate? What do you want? If you want to participate, let's talk about it. Patreon link down in the description box down below. Patreon link also in the comment box. I'm going to go hop down into the Discord right now. Shout out to everybody that came through here tonight. Listen, before you guys get out the building, hit on that like button. We'll wholeheartedly appreciate it. Okay? You're the first red pill YouTuber that said hypergamy is good. Real talk. Shout out to Plu Perfective. Shout out my G. Shout out my G. I appreciate the $5 super chat. I hate to say Pulp Perfective. He's a Patreon supporter as well. He's a Patreon supporter as well, my G. I appreciate that. Listen, at the end of the day, I love to compete, guys. I'm a competitor. You understand what I'm saying? For all y'all that don't want to participate in the race, listen, it's your life. You have the obligation to do whatever it is that you want to do. I want to compete, okay? I want to compete. I mean, it just is what it is. We all have our talents. We all have different places in life that we start out in, okay? There's a lot of us that grow without fathers. There's a lot of us that grow without mothers, like myself. So we start off, and we all do. We're all privileged in little minor ways, some of us big ways, or some of us are way far behind for a multitude of reasons. But my thing is that, listen, if you are born in this country, and I know there's a component of y'all that are not, okay? If you are born in this country, you have all the opportunity to make it your own. I am a clear result of that. I am a clear, objective result of putting in the effort, of putting in the work, okay? Do you want to complain? All right? Or do you want to grow? The choice is yours. Shout out to everybody that's down into the building. I'm going to go down into the Discord server. Feel free to join the family. And I appreciate y'all for coming through. Until next time, YouTube. Peace!